Hello, boys and girls. My name is SidAlpha, and this is actually my story time series that I do relatively infrequently. And this is where I usually talk about some form of story or something that was entertaining, usually can be slightly embarrassing, something that happened in my life, usually in my younger years, because I'm getting a little older. Ever more evident than the fact that my birthday is coming up. Yes, at the time of this recording, this is May 15th. My birthday is next month, and I will be 37. Yeah, getting old. Getting old. So this one, I think... Car going by? So this one, I think we'll talk about my 21st birthday, because that's always an interesting time, a person's 21st birthday. Actually, know what? No, I'm not going to talk about my 21st birthday. I'm going to talk about my friend Eric's 21st birthday. Yes, because that's a much more entertaining story. I like that one a lot better. I am a couple of years older than Eric, 3 or 4 years, I believe, older than him. So I was already old enough to go out to the bars and everything, and several of my friends weren't. But it turned time for Eric's 21st birthday, and he and I both worked in the same restaurant at the time. He was a cook, I was a waiter and bartender. And so, of course, we went to the bar manager, Therese, for his birthday drink. And she said, well, it's just not going to be a 21st birthday without one of Therese's zombies. Now, for those of you who aren't aware what a zombie is like a different version of a Long Island iced tea, whereas you put in all the alcohols, vodka, rum, gin, whiskey, tequila, triple sec, and like some fruit juices and everything, as opposed to, making it look like an iced tea. You make it look like a fruit punch. So this one was basically 2 ice cubes into a pint glass, and she made one of these for each of us, by the way. And it consisted of probably what appeared to be between 10 and 12 shots of alcohol, and then a little bit of fruit juice for coloring, because that's all the good it did. It just colored it slightly. So we drank those, and of course we're already off to the races. And so we decided, well, because at the time we lived in a very small town, 8,000 people-ish, maybe. And so there was actually a bar that was a dance club in town there for a while before they got shut down for serving minors. We went there, and so we started talking with girls and everything like that, and drinking more, of course, drinking a ton. It was just me and him, and at one point there was this girl that was hitting on me, like, a lot, and she was being exceptionally blatant, and we were both trashed. And me, I'm 6 feet tall. Back then I was very, very thin, very svelte, very thin, very slender. And so I'm standing there, I'm talking to this girl, and then I feel this on my shoulder. Someone just sent me a friend request on Skype for some reason. And so I don't think anything of it. I turn around, and nose comes to face with a person's chest. So I step back, look up, because I'm just drunk as shit. Like, hi, how are you? And it proceeded to find out that this girl that was hitting on me, and I was hitting on her back, was this giant man's girlfriend. And this dude was like in his early to mid 40s, which still puzzled me because she was very clearly about my age, early to mid 20s. And he was in his early to mid 40s, and easily 6'8", and probably close to 300 pounds or more. big fucking dude. And there's little stick boy me. I think at the time I weighed probably close to 170 pounds. So thin. Very, very exceptionally thin. Thankfully, I did know how to take care of myself pretty well, but not against a fucking bruiser like that. I mean, that's the type of thing where he could literally do the hand pound and drive me into the ground like a friggin' climbing piton. So he ended up taking great exception to the fact that I was talking to his girlfriend, and I made jokes about his being able to take care of his woman better, lest she be hitting on complete and total strangers, which was not a good idea. It really wasn't. But what can I say? I was completely hammered at the time. Besides, I was feeling alcohol brave for another reason, because I haven't descripted my friend Eric for you when he was 21 years old. 6'1", 6'2", very, very large, muscular man, like very exceptionally fit, and he's a martial arts expert. I believe he got his first black belt when he was 12 years old. And he was, I believe he was a second-degree black belt at that time. And so he knew how to kick some ass. Yes. And he was very large, very, very large, and just creepy fast. He was that good. And so having him around, between him and me, I didn't feel there was really anything that we couldn't handle. And especially with him around, because I'm like, well, I'll pick off the weak ones and you can have the big guys, you know. It's like, I'll take these 2 or 3 little guys, you handle the big bruisers over there. So Eric ended up squaring off with this guy too and talking him down. Those two guys ended up chatting for close to an hour, and they started buying each other drinks, and I just, like, alright, so I kept on hitting on this guy's girlfriend. We exchanged numbers, and the night got about closing time, and so we decided that we were going to start walking home. Crisis averted, no fight yet, and he and I are completely hammered. I'm actually amazed that I recall that night at all. The sheer amount of alcohol that was drank was just insane. And we're walking home, and it's probably about 20 minute to a half hour walk from downtown to where our house was. We were roommates. And we're walking along on the sidewalk and stumbling and talking about shit and telling each other crazy shit. And up comes this red car. Just this red 2-door car comes up next to us. We're walking along. And it's, 2:15, 2:30 in the morning. And we're like, what the hell is going on with this car? And it's keeping pace with us as we're walking. It actually took us a couple of minutes to notice that the car was actually there. We were that far gone. We're looking over like, what the fuck is this shit? I was like, dude, I think we might get into a fight. And he responded with, okay, how many can you take? Right now, probably not more than 2. Alright, well, you probably can't fit any more than 5 in that car, so that leaves 2 for you and 3 for me. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. And so we kept on talking like that for a minute while we're walking along still, and this car is keeping pace with us, its headlights off. And then we realized its windows are rolled down, and they can hear every word we're saying, and have been able to. And they've been dead silent. And I was like, hey, they can hear us. Oh well. And we kept on walking and talking shit and everything, and eventually they peeled out and sped off. And I thought that was exceptionally weird, because who does that, We finally make it home, and my roommates, our roommate, they were like, dude, I could hear you guys like half of a mile away. You guys have been so loud. We've been hearing you through the open windows for the last 15 minutes. You've been so loud. And to find out later, we were basically propping each other up as we walked home, like forming a human pyramid to keep ourselves from falling over as we were walking along and talking shit to this car that was keeping pace with us the whole time. And we were being so damn loud that apparently someone called the cops on us. And it turns out that the cops had sent they had contacted a police officer who had like just gotten off duty and was on his way home. And so he said, yeah, I'll drive by, I'll check it out. So that was a cop in the red car who was checking out these two loudmouth idiots that are drunkenly stumbling home, and they're sitting there talking about beating the holy living dog shit about this armed officer of the law in his personal vehicle, as he's actually talking on the radio, letting people know that no, it's just a pair of drunk idiots. I'll pace them for a little bit just to make sure that they are in fact on their way home. And that's what he did. And I didn't find out a lot of that until weeks or even months later. And it took a lot of effort to get all the pieces of that puzzle to fall into place to figure out exactly what all happened that night. But as rumors came in from a bunch of shit. But yeah, so that's what happened. And yeah, the guy that I almost got into a fight with turned out was the leader of a biker gang. And yeah, he would have killed me. He would. And it wasn't his girlfriend after all. It was his daughter, and so that made things even worse. So that was my friend Eric's 21st birthday. It seemed like we didn't know it at the time, but damn, we had a lot of near misses that night. We really did. But damn, what an interesting time, though. So that's it, guys. That's all I got. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Let me know if you have any crazy stories. 21st birthdays are always awesome and usually not remembered. So if you remember any crazy ass stories, feel free to share them with everyone down below like I did. And thanks again for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And once again, my name is SidAlpha, and I promise I'll stop saying once again sooner or later. And once again, I'll see you next time. Hi there, boys and girls. Thanks for checking my video out. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button and maybe even that subscribe button. Trust me, it works really good. Don't forget to share with your friends, and if you're interested in following me on Twitter and Facebook, the links for that are in the description down below. I also have a Patreon if you're interested in helping to support the growth of my channel, and the link for that is down below as well. And once again, thanks for watching and supporting my channel, guys. I really appreciate it.